First off, Happy New Year and welcome back. Today I'll be going over the pros and cons of 4 bikes I've been doing research on for my next new to me bike. So stay tuned, we'll get right into it. Okay, before we get started, just excuse this squeaky brace and excuse that I don't have some kind of fancy YouTube studio with lighting and all that stuff. Just make it how I can. But I want to start this list off by saying 2 things I don't care about in a new to me bike. I'm not buying a brand new bike. I'll tell you the 4 bikes in just a second. I just want to say this first. I don't care about the weight because all adventure bikes are pretty heavy. So I get tired of hearing that. I don't care. All of them's gonna be heavy. It doesn't matter. The only time you can feel that is when you're get off balance in slow technical terrain, or you drop it and have to pick it up. So I don't care about weight. I know there's comments about that, but I don't care. Second thing I don't care about is cruise control. Don't care nothing about that because I use an adventure bike for its intended purposes, which is going on and off road. I may have to do 200, 300, 400 miles or even more, but I'll try to mix in as much off-road as possible. And if I have to do those long stints, there's nothing wrong with my right hand. I can twist the throttle. If I wanted cruise control, I'll just get a Gold Wing. It's more comfortable than an ADV bike anyway. So let's get right into it. The first bike that I'm going to talk about, now these are in no particular order, but the 4 bikes I got on my radar is the Vstrom 1000, KLR 650, Honda Africa Twin 16 through 19 year model, and the KTM 990, which they no longer make anymore. They do pop up every once in a while for sale. So we'll just start with the Vstrom 1000. Obviously, you know, I got a soft spot in my heart for those bikes. I had the 650 and the 1000, liked them both. It took me through a lot of things on some great trips. The suspension on the 1000 is pretty good. Now it does lack a lot of travel. It's only got 6.5 inches of suspension travel and 6.5 inches of ground clearance. So that is a big drawback for them. It's harder to ride it off-road, but if you watch any of our videos, we make it happen. And obviously Timmy still got one of those bikes. So there'll still be one on the channel no matter what if you are here just for Vstrom content. But they work well. I mean, I really like the bikes. I've never had any issue with them. They are real reliable. The motor is strong. The only thing I say a con on those bikes, like I said, suspension travel, ground clearance. They do develop a lot of clutch rattle. That's kind of annoying, and what they call idle hammering. So kind of noisy, annoying engine sometimes, but still reliable, good bikes. So definitely on my list, and you can find them for a good price. I don't mind the 1050, but you can't find them as good of a price, and plus start adding in too many electronics for me. I like it basic. Good thing about a Vstrom, crank it up. If the traction control is off and the ABS is switched off with the switch, you don't have to fool with it every time you start the bike up, which is a good pro in my opinion. And we'll just jump right into the Honda Africa Twin. Like I said, the 16 through 19 models, because any remotely in the price range, that's the models to be in, and plus they're the least amount of electronics there is. They do have some problems. 16 and 17s do have some fork issues where you can get some stiction in the forks because the coating wears off, and the right foot peg mount is weak. 18 and 19s are a little bit better on that aspect, but you start getting into throttle by wire, a little bit more electronics. They got traction control that you can set different levels, engine braking, a few little things like that, and you got to reset that stuff pretty much every time you get on the bike if you have it set at certain levels, and you got to fool with ABS, cutting that off every time you start the bike, which I do not like. They do have a lot of suspension travel, I think about 9.5 inches if I'm not mistaken, or at least 9. Good bit of ground clearance, around 10 inches. Pretty good. More off-road capable at an easier riding pace than a Vstrom is, so that's pretty good. But they are kind of pricey. Probably the highest priced ones in any of these bikes I'm speaking about. So, and it's my dream bike really. I really like those bikes, so it's high up on the list, but don't know if I'm able to pull it off on a financial level. KLR 650. They're cool looking bikes to me. I've always liked them, especially the 3rd gen, the newest ones. They are fuel injection. I like that. Just a basic bike, but they will vibrate a lot, which I don't know if I could get used to that. They wouldn't be good on longer 200 or 300 mile 400-mile stints on the street, it would be kind of a pain. And they'd be kind of weak. It only has like 35 horsepower. I'm used to stuff with close to 100. Africa Twin's got like 95. V-strom's got like 95. So pretty powerful bikes, and you can adjust the gearing to make them do the things you want to off-road. Wheelie's easy. Never ridden a KLR. I don't know if it'd be... It's probably a chore to get it to do stuff like that. Now, I ain't saying they're bad bikes, because I know a lot of people out there love them. But it's probably on the bottom of my list, to be honest with you, at this point, because of the power difference. So, not really sure about that one yet. But you can get them for some good prices, even the 23s. And last but not least is the KTM 990. Now, I've ridden one of these bikes before. I really liked it. It felt like a huge dirt bike. It was like riding a KTM 500. I didn't get to really ride it hard because I wasn't used to it, but it was a really fun bike to ride. It's got a lot of power. They sound great. And it's got like almost 10 inches of suspension travel and like 12 inches ground clearance. I would say it's the most off-road capable of the bunch. A lot of people out there are probably not even going to know what the 990 is, especially if you don't dig deep into adventure riding. They don't make them anymore, but all the research I've been doing, it's one of the greatest bikes KTM's ever made in a lot of people's opinion. And I heard they're going to be coming out with a 990 again, maybe in a year or two, but it's not going to be the same. The 990s are low tech, no ABS. If you're getting the 990R, which is the one everybody likes, but they don't come up for sale very often, but no ABS, no traction control, no electronics. I mean, other than, your typical warning lights, it's got all that stuff, and turn the key on, it's ready to ride on and off road without all that electronic stuff, which I do like. Normal throttle cable. I like it basic. I'm old school. I'm from dirt bike background. I just like basic stuff. So I'd say it's pretty high on the list for that reasons. And it looks cool to me. It's got that old Dakar rally style look. They are a little bit of a pain to work on. And KTM is known for high maintenance and all that good stuff. So, like I said, it's on the list. These are no particular order, but that's the 4 bikes I got on my list as of right now. And I'm sorry for doing this video as a straight run, but can only do what I can do right now. And I got some reviews coming, some products coming I got to review. So there'll be more motorcycle content coming. And I'll try to get where I'm more mobile to do more hands-on stuff. I'm hoping anyway. Recovery's going good, so should be able to do that for too long. My back just gets hurting if I stand up for too long a period of time, but it's getting there slowly but surely. But last but not least, I want to say thank you to each and every one of y'all for all your support. Everybody that's donated. This bike stuff would not be possible even talking about if it wasn't for y'all keeping me above water on these medical bills. I definitely appreciate it. And the only reason this bike stuff is possible, or even thinking about it, because I'm trying to make this happen by my birthday. That'll be an awesome birthday gift. Even though I won't be riding yet, but I'm trying to get something around that time. But it wouldn't be possible without all y'all. And I definitely appreciate y'all so much. You don't even know. You probably will never express it. I know it's going to probably ruffle some people's feathers that I'm buying a new bike possibly. But I sold my Vstrom. I've already sold that bike. And I got a couple of sponsors. One with Rick Stewart, the South Carolina moto lawyer. I believe I said that right. I'll post his picture up here on the screen so y'all can get in contact with him. If you ever need any lawyer assistance, attorney assistance from motorcycle wrecks, I think he does a lot of stuff. So stuff like that, some outside help that some people want to stay anonymous as far as getting me back to a motorcycle standpoint. It's good for my mental health that y'all don't even know. And I look forward to riding and making content again, getting out there camping, doing all this stuff with Timmy. Can't wait. So thank y'all again. As always, appreciate y'all watching. If you hadn't already, hammer the shit out of that subscribe button and that notification bell so you'll be alerted when new content comes out. I'll see y'all in the next one.